welcome to another episode of Tea with Z. My name is Zamel Solanki, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here again, joining each and every one of you on another episode this morning. So, if you missed yesterday's episode was an exclusive first on Tea with Z, where I was able to catch up with Brianna from Engadine, all the way down in New South Wales, where we spoke about Dementia Action Week. And if you haven't checked that episode out yet, be sure to check that out. And if you're interested in learning more about dementia and the prevalence of it in our society, the statistics around it, but also what it is, what the signs and symptoms are to look out for, and how best to manage it as well, and some tips and tricks and hacks around that. Dementia.org.au is a fantastic resource for that, and I'll pop the link down in the description below as well, and that's specifically for the Dementia Action Week as well. But dementia.org.au is where you want to head, and if you haven't checked that out yet, go and check that out. But kicking off on today's topic, just before I do that, actually, like always, a special shout out to those that are joining us from the Limitless Network. This is a group for like-minded health entrepreneurs, or people that even just value health, to connect, to collaborate, and to share their ideas on their own health journey. And this is an amazing group of like-minded people doing just that. So in a really, really safe space as well, which is really special as well. So a great place to check out there as well. And if you are watching live, definitely, give me some likes, give me some hearts, absolutely love. Look, I've got even my little guy here as well. Give me some of those, because I'd love to absolutely, feed off your energy and also give you that same energy and love in return. But if you are watching live as well, jump on the chat. Let's say hi, and start to connect as well. So, but if you are watching a replay, be sure to leave some comments in the comment section, and I'll be sure to answer each and every one personally as well, because at the end of the day, that's how we foster collaboration and interaction, is through conversation. So, kicking off today's topic. Well, happy International Day of Peace. That's today's topic. Because at the end of the day, we're facing some uncertain times, particularly in some parts of Australia at the moment, where tensions are really high. We're seeing the media report a lot of things about the pressures of COVID-19 and the pressures of, the impacts of that on not only our businesses and our and our entrepreneurship, I guess you could say, and the profits from that, but really, I guess the health aspect of this, the mental health aspect of this, our ability to manage and take charge of our own health is quite topical in this environment at the moment, and tensions are flaring. And when we look at peace as a term, along our own health entrepreneurial journey, or even just in our daily lives, what do you think of? What are the words? And tell me in the comment section below, what are words that you associate with the word peace? Now, as you start to reflect and think about that, is it something external or outward of yourself? Or is it something that you look at internally? Is it something that resonates with you inside? Because when we look at, these days of International Peace Day, or World Peace Day, that it's also called, when we look at these sorts of topics, and I guess days, it's quite, what I've found and noticed, it's quite an outward projection, because I guess it's empowering, for us to have a conversation about it, for us to actually recognize, the importance and the significance of these events. But when you look, deep down into what these days really mean, and we touched on Are You OK Day recently, and the mental health thing. We touched on dementia yesterday as well. We touched on a lot of awareness sort of activities that go on in our societies, and when we look at the awareness of these events, or world topics, one thing I really want to challenge you to do is start to not just look at it from an outward perspective, but start to look at it from an inward perspective. So now, with that different lens, what does peace mean to you? To you, for yourself. And when you start to really dig deep into that concept, when you start to really explore what peace to you actually means, and a sense of well-being and a sense of, I guess, calmness, what does that look like to you for your own health and well-being, for your own ability to go on your own health journey, for your ability to maximize the benefits out of your entrepreneurship, out of your business, from that place of peace? And when we look at, I guess, the impacts of peace in our own world and the impacts of peace within ourselves, think about the possibilities then of that outward projection. If we ourselves can attain some inner calmness, some inner peace and ability, some inner relaxation, some inner de-stress, how can we then translate that into what we do externally? How can we then translate that into how we can perform and interact with our teams each and every day? Because think about it from this perspective. If our inner self is chaotic, if our inner self is stressed, if our inner self is manic or really high strung or really not at peace, then how can we expect to interact with others and to get the best out of others if we ourselves aren't taken care of, number one, if ourselves aren't looked after? And so that's my question for you today. That's my question for you today is what is your definition of peace for you? And let me know in the comment section below. Have you ever taken the time to really sit down and reflect on that? And World Peace Day, International Peace Day, whatever you might call it, has been around for a long, long time. It was first established in 1981. It's older than me. And so when you look at that, each day that these events sort of happen, or each time that you come across these events, I really want you to start to take a step back and to start to internalize what that means for you first. How does it relate to you? Asking yourself that question. And we spoke a little bit about this with Are You Okay? And mental health. It's great to ask somebody else, are you okay? But in my opinion, it's even more important to start to ask yourself, are you okay? Because who knows you best? Who knows you best? It is you. It is you. And if you know you best, then it is your ability and the ability for you to develop a sense of awareness about yourself that allows you to recognize what you need to do in order to obtain what you truly want. And in order to obtain what you truly want and to recognize what you truly want, then it's really important then that we can translate that and transmute that into how others, what we want from others, how we can maximize the potential in others, how we can take others on their own health entrepreneurial journey as well. And so that's my question for you today for International Peace Day is what does it mean for you? And then taking that step further, if you are in a chaotic state right now, if you are in a stressed out state right now, if you are undergoing periods where you are not at peace right now, then what are some ways in which you can then normalize? What are some ways in which you can hack your system, hack your biology, hack your own mentality to then come back to that peaceful state? Some great ways are routine, meditation, exercise, connection. Now, I know connection might be a little bit difficult in these times right now, like physical connection, but any sort of form of social interaction. any form of, sort of picking up the phone, connecting via a screen. And I know that's, some people have done it for so long right now. They're sick of connecting through a screen. But in my opinion, some connection is better than none. The ability to learn and utilizing this time available to you to actually learn and improve your own knowledge and skill set rather than consuming mindless TV or other forms of entertainment that don't really serve you. How can then you foster peace through other mediums as well? What resources, tools, and things that can you use to actually then normalize and create a more stable self, create that inner peace so that we then are putting on our own oxygen mask first? Because at the end of the day, if we aren't taking care of self, how can we expect others to perform, to take care of our businesses, to take care of themselves? How can we empower others to do that if we ourselves aren't doing it? So that's my question for you. And there's some little tips and tricks and hacks. And let me know, what you plan to do. If today is manic, is it breath work? Is it simply just some box breathing? So in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. Is it starting the day off with a cold shower and really reinvigorating yourself with the amazing benefits of a cold shower? Whatever that might look like to you, definitely start today. Because not only is today International Peace Day or World Peace Day, it is your day of peace. And so with that, I leave you with those questions and those thoughts. And jumping now over to the Limitless Network. So the Limitless Network is a group of like-minded health entrepreneurs looking to share and embrace in their own health entrepreneurial journey. And so as a result of that, this is a great way to connect, to share, to empower each other on their own health entrepreneurial journey as well. So definitely jump on that. Jump in this community, use it to share your experiences. Define what peace looks like to you. Define what your hacks look like to you. And really benefit from the knowledge of others as well in that community as well, because at the end of the day, it is a peer supported community. But like I mentioned at the start, if you are watching this live, pop your comments in the comment section below. But if you are watching a replay, still do it as well. Take the time to do the work. Take the time to do the work. It's well and good to receive this information. But for you, does it become then self-help or shelf-help? Because at the end of the day, knowledge isn't truly power. It is the implementation and the action of that knowledge that is where the superpower truly lies. And so at the end of the day, all these episodes with T with Z, I get amazing feedback, offline, online, DMs. But at the end of the day, it is the utilization of all this knowledge that I'm giving you. And by that, it simply starts with a comment. It simply starts with something as simple as that, taking action. So that's it from me today. Have an amazing day. I really, really, really look forward to seeing what your comments are about, I guess, your version of peace, what that looks like to you. And really excited to hear about how you find ways to ensure that you keep that up and find ways to help others on their journey to inner peace as well. So that's it from me today. Stay safe, stay well, and I really, really thank you for joining me on another episode of Tea with Z. I look forward to catching up with you tomorrow for another episode then. So take care now, and we'll catch you then. Bye for now.